What's going on, guys? It's your boy J-Dog, and UFC London just wrapped up. That means next week it's UFC Seattle, Adesanya versus Pyfer. Fight night in Seattle, dude. This is my shirt from Seattle last year, the Cejudo song one. I got Cejudo song up on the poster up on my thing. I also got the Vancouver one. Then I went to Vegas for 323. Adesanya Pyfer. Those are all the events I've gone to, and I'm going to this one obviously. We're doing our prediction, bro. We're doing our predictions for this one. It's a pretty good one. There's a couple fights I'm like about, but a lot of them I'm really excited about. A lot of good ones I'm excited for. We're gonna try and go full. I don't think I'm gonna get all the predictions right, to be honest, because there's two fights that I'm like, dude, this can go either way, and we're gonna get to those. I'm not gonna try and make this super long, but it might be like half an hour, bro. We'll see. I'm gonna try and get through these, all right? But yeah, man, I'm really excited to go again. We did decent on my London predictions. Let me quickly check that. These were my picks. We got Shamrock, which I'll never pick him again. I got that one wrong. I got Murphy wrong. So I got the rest right. That Danny Silva pick was crazy. Nice little knockout underdog. Nathaniel Wood underdog. That was a good one too. I think those are the two underdog picks I got. But how many fights were there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I went 11-2. That's not too bad, you know. But that's for London. Now we're going to Seattle. I want to get these Seattle picks right, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Wait, oh my days, dude. My microphone, bro, I never put it near my face, and then I forget. And I know the audio sounds different, because when I look back at the video before posting, but we're not going to redo the intro, because I don't know, bro. Now, this fight, first fight of UFC Seattle. Let's get started. All right. I don't want to. I already did a 2-minute intro. Holy piss. All right. First fight. Been told it's not even on the card, so we're just gonna go bypass this one. I don't even have a pick because I haven't looked into them. We're just gonna bypass it because it's not even on the card. I'm pretty sure the UFC just haven't updated it. First fight of the night: Alexia Thainara versus Bruna Brasil. Now, Bruna Brasil, a pretty big underdog on this one, and honestly, I feel like most people are gonna pick Thainara. I should pick Thainara for my to be safe with my pick. But Bruna Brasil's literally a win-one, lose-one, win-one, lose-one, win-one, lose-one in the UFC. She's a big underdog to Molly McCann. She wins it, though. She loses her next one when she's a favorite. Favorite in her next fight wins it. Underdog in the next one loses it. She just came off a loss, so technically she's supposed to win this one, I'm just saying. According to the statistics, I'm just saying. But, yeah, Alexia Thainara, Bruna Brasil. Oh, piss, dude. What the piss? I really want to pick Bruna Brasil on this one, but I'm scared it's going to ruin my picks. I remember in Seattle, I literally picked Rafael Saketa to beat Modestas Bukauskas in the first fight. I'm going to pick Bruna Brasil, bro. I'm going to pick Bruna Brasil, okay? We're going to go Bruna Brasil off of her win-one, lose-one. Hope that the streak continues. But yeah, that's not a bad fight. Exciting fight from what it originally... Oh my days. Ricky Simone. Adrian and Yanez. This is a banger fight, dude. And trust me, I know bangers. Alright? Holy piss. I'm so excited for this. Adrian Yanez. Ricky Simone. I will be picking Ricky Simone because if you guys remember, in last fight he did lose to Ronnie Barcelos, yes. And before that, he beat Cameron Smotherman. But before that, in Seattle last time, you know, we all know what happened, right? Oh! He slammed out Javid Basharat, and you know, he was an underdog in that one. The crowd was behind Ricky Simone last time. It's his hometown area. They're going crazy for him last time. I'm gonna pick Ricky Simone again to get this one done. Probably decision, to be honest, but. Yeah, man, I'm super excited. I'm happy Ricky got on the card. Like literally 2 weeks ago he got on the card, so I'm happy he was able to get on the card in time. We're going to go with Ricky Simone on these prediction here. Yeah, should be a pretty good fight. Pretty good fight, you know. Navajo Stirling versus Bruno Lopes. I'm going to go with Navajo Stirling. Undefeated. Bruno Lopes. He got chinned by Jacoby in his last fight. I don't think he's that great. Navajo Stirling had a good knockout on the Contender Series, but since then he's been going to decisions. And it's like a decision with Rodolfo Bellato, who did win his last fight. Another guy that Jimmy Crute finished, and then he went to a decision with Tuco Tokos. He's been going to a lot of decisions, so I still think he's going to win this fight regardless. I just feel like he should be able to knock Bruno Lopes out. It might go to a decision just based off what he's done, but I'm going to go with Navajo Stirling on this one. Israel Adesanya's boy on his undercard, so yeah, excited to see Navajo, but yeah, we're going to go with Navajo on this one. Casey O'Neill versus Gabriella Fernandes. Now this one's close, man. 10-2, 11-3. Same height, everything. You know what I mean. I'm gonna go with Gabrielle Fernandes. Looking at her record, she beat Wang Kong, right? She beat Wang Kong, clipped her, and submitted her. And then I saw she has a win against Carly Judice, and Carly Judice is really, really good. It was a split decision. I haven't watched that fight. My brother told me it was kind of a robbery, people are saying, but still, she got a close decision to Carly Judice, so that's a pretty good win as well. That's what I'm gonna go off. I can't remember the last Casey O'Neill fight I watched, if I even when she last fought, or even if I even watched it to remember it. So I'm just going off of what I know. I'm gonna go Gabrielle Fernandes to win this one. Marcin Tybura versus Tyrell Fortune. Now, it sucks that Valter Walker is not on this card, man. I'm be honest. I was really looking forward to Valter Walker, and I was gonna pick Valter Walker. I was gonna pick Valter Walker to beat him, obviously, to beat Marcin Tybura. But yeah, I was gonna pick Valter Walker to beat Marcin, but now we have a replacement, Tyrell Fortune. He's I think his record, he has a lot, like 15 wins, couple losses. Marcin Tybura's got a lot of wins, but a lot of losses. I really want to pick Marcin Tybura based off as a vet, but what were his last couple fights? Just based on his last couple of fights, man, I don't know if I can. The Ante DeLeo one. Oh, that was literally the last one. Okay, anyway, he gets chinned by Ante DeLeo. Ante DeLeo goes on a 2-fight lose streak. This was low key, dude. This was a robbery, dude. I thought Mick Parkin won this fight. I'm happy Marcin won it, but I thought Mick Parkin won it. That was a good one. That was a good win. Like, bro, got submitted there. Beat Tuivasa, who he knows not good. Lost to Aspinall. Okay, but we're looking at recent fights. This was a good win. This isn't a good win because Tuivasa sucks. This is a bad... Actually, he won. He beat Ante DeLeo. But that's not great. That's a good win. This was, I think, a robbery, and he got chinned here. I was low-key thinking of going Tyrell Fortune, but I'm actually now just convinced myself to go with Marcin Tybura. I think just the Octagon experience and the UFC experience, it not being short notice, and he's been knowing about this fight for a while. I'm going to go with Marcin Tybura to win this one. Oh my days, I'm going to get so many of these wrong, bro. I genuinely think I'm going to get so many of these wrong. I'm actually, like, brain dead, I think. Maybe I'm, like, so dumb and stupid, bro. Like, what am I doing, dude? What am I doing? I'm picking Marcin Tybura to beat a debutee. But, like... I don't know what I'm doing, man. What the piss am I actually doing? What am I doing? I literally just picked Bruno Brasil and freaking Marcin Tybura to win a fight. Oh my days. What what am I doing, bro? I genuinely should have, like, put this to the last minute to record this thing. I'm recording this Saturday right after London, bro, so I should have gave myself a couple more days, but I just want to get this recorded, dude. We're going with Marcin Tybura, dude. Now I'm so, like, not confident in these picks, dude. Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson Jr. Dude, Chase Hooper's winning. Straight up. Lance Gibson Jr., UFC debut against Bobby Green. Got styled on Bobby Green. I don't know how that was a split decision, but Bobby Green styled on him, beat him pretty easily. I think Chase Hooper will do the same. I think he'll just make easy work of him and beat him. Lance Gibson Jr. is literally from Canada, BC, where I'm from, really close to me. He's literally like, I think like a 45-minute drive is where he's from. I don't know where he trains, but where he like is born and everything and from in Canada. He's like really close to me, but it sucks he's not that great. So we're just keep this short and simple. Chase Hooper's gonna win. I don't know how. I don't know if he's gonna get the sub or just go to a decision. He should be able to finish him though, honestly. So I'm gonna go with Chase Hooper on this one pretty confidently. And if Chase Hooper loses the one, something's up, man. Now this fight is sick as well. It was originally Tofiq versus someone else originally on a different event, and then they got moved to this event, and then his opponent pulled out, and now Ignacio Bahamondes stepped up. I'm excited to see Ignacio, bro. That's sick to see. So Ignacio Bahamondes versus Tofiq Musayev. I'm just gonna go with Ignacio Bahamondes, dude. He's really good. He's really, really good. He beat Manuel Torres. That's a good win. He beat Jalen Turner. That's a decent win. He did just lose to Rafael Fiziev, who, well, not just, back in June. He lost to Fiziev. Fiziev just got chinned by Rufi, so that's not great look. But I think Bahamondes is really good. I don't think Tofiq's that good. Tofiq fought Oralbai, I think, right? Yeah, he lost to Oralbai, so in his debut. I'm going to go with Ignacio Bahamondes. I think he's just better, well-rounded everywhere, better. Has that ground game, has good kicks. He just wasn't able to get the kicks off Rafael Fiziev. What the piss am I saying? So I'm pretty confident in that pick. And that is the prelims. So for the prelims, we're going to go with Bruno Brasil. Hear me out. If I'm correct, I'm a genius. And if I'm not, I'm an absolute... can't say that. I'm absolutely brain dead because why am I picking Bruno Brasil? You should have picked Thainara. Okay. Bruno Brasil, Ricky Simone, Navajo Stirling, Gabriella Fernandes, Marcin Tybura, Chase Hooper, and Ignacio Bahamondes. Those are the prelim picks. Bro, now we get into these fights. Main card opener, Terrance McKinney versus Kyle Nelson. Banger fight. Honestly, I picked Bruno Brasil, Meister, and Tybura. Those are, like, not confident picks. But this one I'm not confident in, bro, because it's either chin or be chinned for Terrance McKinney. And I'm going to pick Terrance McKinney to win this one, man, actually. I think Terrance will be able to catch Kyle Nelson early. And even if he doesn't catch him early, because I feel like Kyle Nelson is a pretty patient guy. Even if that happens, I think Terrance could probably beat him overall eventually throughout the fight. And now I'm going against the second Kyle Nelson, another Canadian, like Lance Gibson Jr. I'm going against both Canadians on this card, which I feel bad, but it is what it is, man. I'm going to go with Terrance McKinney. I could definitely get this one wrong because Kyle Nelson could just submit him or chin him in the first couple minutes. So, not scared, but I think McKinney's going to win this one. That's all I can say, but I'm scared of getting this one not correct, you know what I mean? So, banger fight, though. This is sick to see. I saw Terrance versus Chris Duncan at 323. Happy Chris Duncan won. I bet on him by sub, and he got the sub. But, yeah. Hope Terrance can win this time. Dude, this fight's insane, bro. Mansur Abdul-Malik versus Yousri Belgaroui. Now, I saw Mansur Abdul-Malik in Seattle last year against Nick Klein, where he won. I saw Mansur Abdul-Malik at UFC 323, and he beat Antonio Tricoli, who literally just lost in London. And then I saw Yousri Belgaroui in London, and he beat Azamat Bakov. So I've seen them both. I got love for both of them, man. No, you know, pause. And I picked Mansur. I don't know if I know I picked him to beat Tricoli. I don't know if I picked him to beat Nick Klein. I don't know what I was on back then. And I beat Azamat. I picked Azamat to beat Yousri. Yousri. So it's my two. I haven't picked these guys all the time. I picked Mansur in his last one. I don't think in his first one. So, and now I got to pick between them. You see the height, bruh. 6'2", Mansur Abdul-Malik. 6'6", Yousri Belgaroui. 4 inches of height for Yousri Belgaroui. So I was honestly pretty confident in picking Yousri. And then I see the reach. They got the same reach. Except Mansur has got 0.5 extra inch reach. But I thought Yousri would have way longer reach. So then I was like, oh damn, what the piss? This is a closer fight than I think. Like, obviously he's got the height, but the reach is the same. Like, who do I pick? Who do I pick? Who do I pick, bro? Who do I genuinely pick? I'm like not confident on this one at all. And something that scares me is Mansur literally beat Nick Klein, Antonio Tricoli, Cody Brundage. His draws to Cody Brundage. So I'm just saying he hasn't fought high-level competition. But at the same time, Yousri, I think he lost on the Contender Series, right? I'm pretty sure he lost on the Contender Series. Or no, he won on the Contender Series and they didn't give him a contract. And then he won on the Contender Series and they like gave him a contract. I think he got a finish, but I think it was like a pity. They're like, we'll give you this bum, and he beat the bum. But then he beat Azamat Bakov, and I thought Azamat was pretty good, and he beat him. So they have their ups and downs. Like, I would favor Azamat to beat Nick Klein, to beat Cody Brundage, to beat Antonio Tricoli. I think Azamat beats all the guys Mansur's beat. But I'm just comparing the opponents, bro. I just feel like Mansur hasn't fought someone like really good recently. And Yousri Belgaroui is really good. Dude, this is like a really hard pick, dude. This is really hard to pick, dude! I know Mansur has wrestling. I think he takes the edge of the wrestling part in against Yousri. But the striking, the reach is even. Dude, I'm spending way too much time on this one. I'm gonna go with Mansur Abdul-Malik to win this, dude. And I'm confident enough to pick him, obviously. But, dude, if Yousri Belgaroui's got a really good chance to win this one. Are the odds here? I don't know what the odds are. Let me check the odds, dude. Let me check these odds. Give me 1 second. I'm just interested to see who people are picking. Bro, it's basically a pick'em, dude. Mansur Abdul-Malik is a 1.82 favorite, and Yousri is a 1.99 underdog. They're really close, so it's basically a pick'em, though, technically. Yeah, man. If whoever is the underdog in this fight, if the odds go like way different, I feel like betting on the underdog is such a good bet, regardless of who it is. But prediction-wise, I'm going to go with Mansur Abdul-Malik to win this one. I'm going to back him behind this one. This is going to be a banger. Like, it might not go all the rounds. It might be a finish, but this is great matchmaking and a banger fight, I feel like, compared to what some other matchmaking has been, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with Mansur Abdul-Malik. Julian Erosa versus Lerryan Douglas. Dude, Julian Erosa is a vet. His record is 31-13. So decent amount of losses, but a lot of wins. He did just have, not just did, his last fight was that fight of the night against Melziquel Costa, which was a good fight. But before that, he fought Darren Elkins, where it took him, he should have finished him in the first round, and it took him, I think, till the second round. Or it just took him so long in the first round to finish him when he should have finished him really fast. Lerryan Douglas, he's coming off the Contender Series. He's getting a debut on the main card in Seattle. And a debut against Julian Erosa. This is a tough debut, I feel like, dude. And the reason I say that is because his Contender Series win was against the redhead Afro guy that Vallejos knocked out originally. Vallejos knocked him out. Then they gave the redhead a second chance against Douglas, and then Douglas knocked him out. It was a vicious knockout. I rewatched that knockout. It's a vicious knockout, dude. It's like bad. Erosa's got a bit of reach. He's got the height. I think he's like 6'1". Douglas is like 5'9". And I do think this is like a really tough debut fight for Lerryan Douglas. I don't know his name, man. I'm sorry, dude. But I'm gonna go with Lerryan Douglas to win this one. Dude. Julian Erosa, he did decent against Costa. And then just didn't look great, and he lost that. And then he didn't look great against Darren Elkins, where he won that one eventually. What was his fights before that? Give me a bit more confidence in my pick. Beat Rodriguez. Lost to Padilla. Lost to... Okay. He beat Charles Jourdain, dang. Okay, so that's not a great loss. And then, like, win. But you should win this fight. Didn't look great in this one. Looked good in this one, but he lost it. I'm gonna pick against Julian Erosa here. I think this is a tough fight. They're not just giving him Douglas a can to just go in there and have a good debut on. So I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. But I think in the end he's gonna get it done. I'm really excited to see his debut. And yeah, man. Julian Erosa is a big underdog, a decent sized underdog that might be worth putting some money on. You know, I might eye that up and put some money on that just in case. But I'm still gonna go with Douglas to win here. Featured fight. Carlston Harris is actually out. That's why I actually delayed this video. I just wasn't gonna post this video till Chiesa had a replacement opponent, and they announced his opponent today on the broadcast. Here we go. Michael Chiesa will fight Niko Price now. Now, I was gonna pick Michael Chiesa to beat Carlston Harris, but I thought it was gonna be a close fight. Now I will be picking Michael Chiesa to win this pretty confidently based off Niko Price's couple last fights. He beat Alex Morono. Crazy that he won that, but also it's Alex Morono. And then he lost to Jacoby Smith. Fair enough. That's a big prospect coming up. So I would give him some leeway. And then he just lost to Nikolai Varenikov. Got standing TKO. That was rough. He was literally out cold on his feet. So, based off losing to Nikolai Varenikov, who I don't think is crazy good, I think Chiesa is going to beat him here. Chiesa's retirement fight too, so Chiesa's going to retire in Seattle. It's sick to see a retirement fight from him. But yeah, I hope Chiesa gets the win on his last fight in the UFC. And I also do think he will win this fight. And so, craziest, the featured fight. I feel like Terrance versus Kyle Nelson could be that featured fight. Co-main event even. I could see Yousri Belgaroui versus Mansur Abdul-Malik as the co-main, as the featured fight. Crazy, but I guess it's a retirement fight. He's from Seattle, so they're giving Chiesa the featured fight. But it is what it is. Regardless of the order, I'm happy to see the fight. You know what I mean? So, I thought this was a closer fight. Carlson Harris versus Chiesa. I thought that was a closer fight, but now I'm pretty sure he's gonna win against Niko Price. Co-main event: Alexia Grasso versus Maycee Barber, dude. Now, I really want Alexia Grasso to win. No reason, to be honest. I just feel bad that she's on a 2-fight lose skid, and I'm like, I hope Alexia Grasso gets the dub. But if we're being realistic, man, I think I'm going to go with Maycee Barber to win this fight. I'm going to go with Maycee Barber to win this fight. Based off the last performances, man. She looked good. Maycee Barber I saw her at 323 actually, which is crazy. But she looked really good against Karine Silva. Got kicked in the face as a grounded opponent. Came back and still pushed through and won that fight by decision. And then Grasso lost the title to Valentina, where it was a 50-45. Pretty dominant decision for Valentina. And then against Natalia Silva, I feel like she didn't have much success in that fight, and Silva just kind of just did what she wanted with the striking there and beat Grasso pretty convincingly. So the fact her last 2 fights were pretty convincingly she lost, and Barber's been on a tear in the UFC. I mean, just like a good win streak, beating Silva, someone, Ribas. Alright. I spoke too soon. Oh, I forgot. She literally just forgot this is a rematch, dude. She lost to Grasso the first time. I forgot she lost to Grasso the first time, but that was also at the time when Grasso... Let's see. This is also when Grasso was on a tear. Like, Grasso won. She beat her there, then she won. She got the title shot and won. She had the draw. She was up and coming, and she was really good at the time. So that's why she probably beat her. Maycee lost at the time, but she's been on a tear since. Big win streak going on here. I think she's gonna win this one. I think Maycee Barber's gonna win by decision, but I won't be mad if Alexia Grasso wins because about time she gets the win, bruh. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go with Maycee Barber for that co-main event. Now in the main event, Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Israel Adesanya's on a 3-fight losing streak against Strickland, Duplessis, and Imavov. Joe Pyfer did lose to Jack Hermanson, who everyone's been sliming out since. But since losing to Hermanson, he beat like Marc-Andre Barriou, Kevin Gastelum, Abus Magomedov. Beat some decent guys. Who do I think's gonna win this one? A 5-round fight. And so I'm gonna preface this by saying if it goes to a 5-round decision, I think Israel Adesanya is gonna win a 5-round decision. What do I think's gonna happen realistically? I think Joe Pyfer is gonna win the fight, man. I don't know why I just said all that crap. I'm picking Joe Pyfer to win this fight. I think he's gonna beat Izzy. I think just based on time. If this was a title shot against Izzy I think beats him. The time that Izzy got dog walked by Strickland, did decent against Drickus, but wasn't winning and got submitted, and then got chinned by Imavov. Just, he hasn't been himself. I think Joe Pyfer is there looking for a good chinning on him, or even he's good on the ground. He submitted a boost, so I think he's good enough on the ground too to beat Izzy there. I just think if it goes all 5 rounds, which we saw last time with Joe Pyfer in his main event, he ended up fading in those, or not fading, but just losing those last couple rounds, right? So that's why I think Izzy could win if it goes 5 rounds if Joe Pyfer doesn't finish him. But I do think Joe's going to find the TKO or the submission win here. So I'm going to pick Joe Pyfer. Izzy's recent, most recent thing where it's crazy good is the Alex Pereira knockout, where he was getting pieced up again by Alex, but then came back and got that KO there. Other than that, I'm just saying, the Cannoneer, let's just go back, bro. The Romero title defense, The Costa title defense, Lost to Blachowicz going up a weight class. The Vettori title defense, bro, really? The Whitaker one, I think this one was close, right? The Cannoneer one's and then he lost to Pereira. Came back, that was his big moment. But then, I'm just saying, these 3 he hasn't looked great. This he didn't. This one he was doing good, sorry. He was doing good here, but then just, this one's You know? I feel like he's fading out. I feel bad for Izzy, man, but we're going to pick Joe Pyfer to win this one. And Joe Pyfer, I think, is a slight underdog. For the main card picks, actually, we're just going to... What the piss? Okay. Let me quickly look and see how many underdogs I picked. Ricky Simone, the favorite. Bruno Brazil, holy piss. Bruno Brazil's at 5 times underdog. Wow. And I'm picking her, guys. Navajo Stirling. Gabriella Fernandes, a small underdog. Marcin Tybura at a pick'em. Chase Hooper as the favorite. Ignacio as the favorite. Terrance as the favorite. Mansur as the favorite. Lerryan as the favorite. Macy Barber as the favorite. And Joe Pyfer as the 2.16 underdog. So we got a couple underdog picks in there, but mostly favorites. So wrapping up the card. This fight, I'm pretty sure it's not happening. We're picking Bruno Brazil. This might cook my picks from the start, but I might also be a genius. We're going with Ricky Simone, Navajo Stirling, Gabriella Fernandes, Marcin Tybura, Chase Hooper, Ignacio Bahamondes, Terrance McKinney, Mansur Abdul-Malik, Lerryan Douglas, Michael Chiesa, Macy Barber, and Joe Pyfer. Man, I'm gonna do a recap of this. I'm gonna do a recap of this event after it's over. I'm gonna have some clips from my phone from the crowd. I'm gonna try and get some I'm gonna use a lot of space storage on my phone, but I'm gonna try and record a lot of the fight to make sure I get some finishes on recorded. And yeah, dude, this is gonna be a sick. I think this is a pretty decent event. It's not crazy bad. I think it's better than what some pay-per-views we've been getting, like 325, 326, right? I think this is a pretty decent one. So those are my picks. I'm gonna be in Seattle next week. I'm excited. Should be a good one. See how many picks we get right. Who knows, bro? There's a lot of 50-50. There's a couple 50-50 fights, like the Terrance one and the Mansur Abdul-Malik one. So, and then I also picked Tybura, which I'm not super confident in, and I picked Bruno Brazil, where a normal person would not pick Bruno Brazil, but I'm picking Bruno Brazil because I want to get the prediction right. Yeah, man. That's that. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, bro. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna drop a Seattle recap. I think that's the next video I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna add some edits in here, so this might take a couple days to post, but we're gonna get it posted early this week. Yeah, man. Got y'all later. Deuces.